Greetings, family. Welcome back to another episode of Through the Looking Glass. I am your amazing host, Key, the Starseed Oracle and Freak Show Babe. For today's insightful, intuitive messages I have for you, the reminder, the understanding that in order to anchor in your new frequency, your new life, the abundant things that you prayed for, you must be willing to let go of the past completely. Otherwise, it has a way of resurfacing forward. Now, as you anchor yourself into your new timeline, what also tends to happen is there may be a little bit of residual little tests from the past. You may see like similar situations or similar conversations from certain people, similar things may manifest in your life that may resemble the previous timeline, but there's a need to inform you that the spiral of life and the ascension is an upward spiral. So when you are experiencing your ascension and you are on a higher timeline, if you look down, you will see instances of the past. Sometimes as you're spiraling up out of an older timeline into an ascended path or an ascended state, if you've been doing spiritual work and really working on yourself, working on your self-love, working on abundance, really connecting with your spirit, really connecting and talking to your spirit team, then when you're on this ascension staircase, it is a spiral. And so you'll encounter certain experiences, but you'll be at a higher plane so that when you look down at these experiences, you see them from a higher perspective. This is the point of the ascension staircase. If you are unaware that you've ascended to a higher state, there's a tendency to look down and see some of these experiences happening again as a cycle because you're spiraling away from it. And you may inadvertently get engaged in it, or you may assume that you're still on that older timeline. This is your reminder that you're not on the older timeline and that the lessons you've learned from the previous iteration of when you went through that experience on that same timeline, when you look at it now, you should be able to observe and gather more information from a different perspective. It's not looking at a long gathering of information, but this is your moment to close the cycle out completely through the act of forgiveness. If it was a negative situation that involved another person, I almost said a negative person, which is also accurate, then this is your opportunity as you ascend higher to look down at that situation and see it from a different perspective. See it from the higher perspective. What did you learn about yourself through that experience with that person, through that seemingly negative and, dreadful challenge that you faced with that person? When you can look at a past situation with that didn't work out the way you thought it was going to, that was very painful, very hurtful for you to experience. When you ascend to the next level and you can look at it and pour compassion on yourself and also pour compassion on the other person, you actually have checked the box and started to close that cycle completely. The next phase is forgiving yourself, but also forgiving the other person. Forgiving and letting go of the person completely, letting go of the situation completely. If you cycle back and you start to think, well, maybe they changed or something like that, you're not letting the divine timing work in your favor to soothe the situation. In the game of ascension and in this polarity game and in this earthly realm that we're in, the understanding of meeting people on the other side while focusing on your path is very critical at this time. We are experiencing several stellar events, several Stargate openings and closings, several portals opening and closings, lots of times on a day-to-day basis. This month in particular is this is being recorded during August, and so there's a lot going on in this 8th month that we're experiencing, and it's just your it really is just a friendly reminder to be compassionate with yourself, have gratitude for the life lessons and the experiences, and understand that everything that has been placed in your life and in your path has been designed and perfectly timed for you to grow and fully step into what you're about to, or what you're already in the process of receiving right now. See, life works in your favor. Life works for you. Spirit moves for you when you start to move for spirit. So be graceful with yourself, have compassion, pour love on yourself. If you need to close out the world right now, turn your phone off, go into a little bit of a hermit mode and kind of take care of yourself and love on yourself, and surround yourself with people in your life who actually care for you in a genuine way, and be receptive to that. That's okay too. This is just your reminder to stay focused, stay in it. You're on the right track. Just keep going. Okay, guys, that is my time. If you would like to connect more and gather some resources, you can head over to my website, freakshowbabe.com, and put your name in the box. I will also put a link in the description below for my new website, the8thmoon.com. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Toodles.